We are here with Minnesota State women's hockey head coach John Harrington to preview the Mavericks 2017-18 campaign. Coach Harrington, last year the Mavericks won 7 games, which was more than the previous 2 years combined. Can you speak about that growth last year and how you look to continue that this year?
Yeah, Mark, I think the big thing is we just had some young players mature last year, and not only mature as players and as people, but mature in the game as far as being more comfortable when we play tougher teams and having the confidence that they can be successful. And I think that's what we'll try to continue to grow this year. And it certainly helped last year with some of the wins, to go to win at Bemidji, to win at Ohio State, to beat Duluth here in a game here at the Verizon Center. And those are all positives for us, and those are what help to build the confidence and build the attitude that we want to have going forward into this year. And I'm assuming, I'm not just assuming, I'm confident that our experience and another year gained of that will help this year, as we have a veteran senior class and 2 good upper classes to work with, as well as some good young players that are developing their game.
Coach, you mentioned the attitude. What is that attitude you want the team to have this year?
Well, I think we have to have an attitude that we can compete when we get out on the ice, that we can understand that we can have the puck and that we can play with the good teams in the country, and there are certainly a number of them in our league. And I think that's the attitude we want to have, and the ability to compete throughout, that no matter what's happening in the game, that the Mavericks keep competing and don't stop competing right till the last whistle. I mean, that's the opportunity to develop your game when you're playing the game and you're in the game, and we can't afford to give away any minutes. So I think that's the big thing, is that competitiveness of our team and how we do that throughout the game and throughout the season.
Coach, so far in practice this early on here, are there any returners who have really stepped up their game who are going to look to for big things this year on the ice? And what do you think of the incoming freshmen?
Well, yeah, I think, we have a lot of veteran players. It starts right at the top for us, our captains. Anna Keys and Hannah Davidson have played a lot of minutes since they've been here, and they'll play a lot of minutes for us this year. They not only lead vocally, but they lead by example when they're on the ice. And along with them, we have some other, outstanding senior players, to name a few of them. Emma Whitkow and Lindsay Coleman have both done an outstanding job. They've been power play players for us. They've been penalty killers for us, as well as a regular shift. In our junior class, Megan Hinsey, Corbin Boyd, Emily Anthony, all that have been on power play and have been in key situations for us. So all that experience that they've had is in their first couple of years here, I think, is really going to develop. And for us, I tell our players that a junior year is really a big breakout year for a college athlete, because that's the one where they're going to establish how much effort they put into the game and what they do for the team. So we're excited about that. As far as our younger players, I think look into our freshman class. Britton Fleming from Madison, Wisconsin, is an outstanding player. I think she'll. But by the time when the season gets going and as we move along, I think everybody, not just in our league but in the country, will know about Britton Fleming. She's a real talent. We have a couple other players in that. Mariah Gardner, who's nursing an injury right now and hasn't skated with us, but she's a skillful offensive player. And then Tristan Truax, a power forward from Shakopee, Minnesota. And then Jessica Condas, who is a young player, still 17 years old, but has shown, at least in the preseason practices here, has shown a presence out on the ice, that she understands the game, that she can play in a high-tempo game, and we've been excited about that. So I think our freshman class, they're all going to get a chance to show what they can do, and I think they can add to our offense and certainly make us a better team.
Coach, season begins this weekend at Lindenwood, 6 p.m. on Friday night and 6:30 on Saturday night. What do you hope to see from the team this weekend?
Well, I think a lot of enthusiasm, Mark. You could see it, sense it this week in practice. Our girls have been skating for a long time now, not just the practices we've had with them as coaches, but they've been going in captain's practices since the beginning of the year, and they're excited to play a game. I mean, they want to get on the ice and get going, and as a coaching staff, that's the type of attitude you want in your players when you see them practice. So I think it's important that we get out in a game now and kind of get the parts out there and put them out there and put it in a hole, and then we can look back after that and see where we're at as far as the team goes. But it'll be a good test for us. It'll be our first 2 games of the year, and Lindenwood's played a couple this past weekend, but we're going to go there with the attitude that, you know, we've worked on a lot of things, but what we want to do is play hard. First and foremost, we want to play hard. I mean, I don't want players not playing hard because they're thinking of what they're trying to do. I want them to play hard, and I want them to play hockey, and we can sort the things out later after that.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.